There's much debate about who the strongest animal in the animal kingdom is. Is it animal A or is it animal B? Who's the strongest and most powerful? The most controversial matchup that I've seen is between a grizzly bear and a silverback gorilla. There's a very fine split about who thinks what, but I think that a silverback gorilla easily loses that fight. But hopefully I'll provide you with enough information to make your own decisions. Now, I have no hands-on experience with either of these animals. I don't have hands-on experience with the grizzly bear, and I don't have hands-on experience with a silverback gorilla. But I do watch UFC, so I know how to break down a fighter's ability in order to win a fight. I have seen grizzly bears in Colorado, and I have seen silverback gorillas at the zoo, and I gotta say, with respect to both animals, they are very big and strong creatures. Now, I know this is kind of a goofy and impractical subject, but I do think it's important to understand the incredible ability of both of these animals and have adequate knowledge on the subject just in case somebody does come and ask you. Today, I will discuss 3 reasons why I think a grizzly bear would beat a silverback gorilla in a fight. Those being its paws, its size, and its killer instinct. Imagine you're fighting somebody in a back alley or outside at a bar somewhere. Now imagine before that fight starts you pick up a knife. Now imagine you pick up 10 knives. How confident are you that you're going to win that fight? Pretty confident, right? That's pretty much what a grizzly bear is going through. A grizzly has a much more advanced set of tools, being its teeth and its claws. There's a reason that bears are notoriously dangerous. Its claws are about 2 to 4 inches long enough to decapitate a moose. In Wyman's article, Grizzly Bear Predation on a Bull Bison in Yellowstone National Park in 2002, he witnessed a grizzly bear slash the back legs of a bison, breaking both its legs. Most people say that a gorilla's posable thumbs will give it the upper hand in the fight, but humans have had posable thumbs for many, many years and it still can't block an incoming knife attack. That's basically a UFC fighter fighting somebody with a blade. They're not going to win. Next up is the bite force. Most people think that the bite force of the silverback gorilla is much greater than that of the grizzly bear, but in Bonini and Frank's website, Grizzly vs. Gorilla on November 9th, 2017, the grizzly bear only lost to the silverback gorilla by 50 psi, which is not that much. So I think that the giant claws and teeth of the grizzly bear greatly outweigh the advantages that the silverback gorilla had in this subject. Winning a battle again where the opponent is double your size is a very daunting task. It's almost nearly impossible. That's like a second grader fighting a high school senior. That high school senior is going to beat that second grader every single time. The overwhelming size of the grizzly bear is trouble for the silverback gorilla. Based on information from Bradford's website, Crazy Bear Facts on April 18, 2016, an average grizzly bear weighs about 800 pounds and is 8 to 9 feet tall. And in her National Geographic article, Mountain Gorilla Facts and Photos, Robin says that a silverback gorilla is only 5 feet tall, 400 pounds. That's about half the size. A grizzly bear is pretty much Shaquille O'Neal, plus 500 pounds and 2 feet tall. Now let's take Giannis Antetokounmpo for example. That's like him fighting a 10-year-old kid from the crowd. That 10-year-old kid is not going to win. Most people say that the agility of the silverback gorilla is greatly faster than the grizzly bear. But in reality, a grizzly bear runs at 35 miles an hour, and a silverback gorilla only runs at 25 miles an hour. The 400-pound difference and a 3 to 4 foot height difference is very detrimental to that of the silverback gorilla. That is basically a freight train with knives coming right at you. A controlled freight train with knives. It's moving more weight and more speed coming right at you. The ability to deliver the final blow is something that I think the silverback gorilla lacks. I don't think the silverback gorilla has the ability to kill the grizzly bear in the final moments. The killer instinct of the grizzly bear would be detrimental to that of the silverback gorilla. Grizzly bears are used to eating bison, fish, those types of animals, and having to go get their food to survive. They have that killer instinct to survive. A silverback gorilla is known to be tranquil and calm, so they only have to eat berries, fruits, stuff like that. In the article, The Development of Feeding Behavior in Wild Western Lowland Gorillas, Angela A. Noel and Allison W. Fletcher in February of 2008 said that gorillas have 2 food groups, and that is plant and ephemeral, which are basically pretty much both plants. They don't really have to fight for their food. They don't have that killer instinct to go kill something to go get their food. A lot of people say that the intelligence of the silverback gorilla is much greater than that of the grizzly bear too. But there's no real test to prove this. But I will say that a silverback gorilla is the closest to a human, which is the most intelligent being on the planet. So in conclusion, I don't think that the silverback gorilla has the natural instinct to kill that of the grizzly bear has. It's puzzling why people think that a silverback gorilla would win in a fight against a grizzly bear, but I can see why they think so. Because of the strength, the scary teeth, all that kind of stuff would go into effect. But I think that that wall of a grizzly bear would block it from anything penetrating it at all. The grizzly bear would easily win that fight and it would be over very quickly. Today I shared with you 3 reasons why I think a grizzly bear would win in a fight against a silverback gorilla. With its advanced set of chompers, its overall size, and its killer instinct. Now I understand that this won't end the debate between this subject, but I hope it provides credible info, and it's very interesting, hypothetical, that I think it should keep getting carried on and discussed. But there is 0 chance that a gorilla wins this fight. Although I hope this never happens in real life and this doesn't actually take place, I do hope it continues as a subject for debate, and I will continue to voice my opinions. Debate this with friends, family, and find out who the ones that are delusional to thinking that a silverback gorilla would win in a fight. Thank you.